Welcome, welcome to the Lost World Museum. It's 7 p.m. I'm John Adolphi. We are in Phoenix, New York, just south of Ontario Lake. Is it true that there's a firmament as the Bible says? It was, and it was not. It was something much more than what it is today. All right, I'm surprised I remembered this. You know, I had somebody the other day say, this is the first time I've ever set my alarm clock for a TikTok. I'm glad you're here. Samoa, wow, yeah. Louisville, yeah. All right, Lake Ontario, woo. Give Jesus a shout out. I set an alarm. I'm glad you guys did this. You want to know why? It's just cool. That's all. We're going to get going. We're going to make this, what do you believe, apes, aliens, or Adam? I am in the Adam camp. Thank you for asking. Hello from Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore. How many times have you heard that? I'm so sorry. Hey, Mystery Rock, what's up? You'll see in just a second. Hello, Netherlands. Oh, you guys are up late, but I'm glad you're here. All right, so here, could you recap what we're up to? Sure, we're going to take the Mystery Rock and we're going to do all sorts of experiments to it tonight. We're going to drill a larger hole. We're going to pass ultraviolet rays by it. We're going to put hydrochloric acid on it. We're going to test it. We're going to gather more information. So, yeah, Miriam. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to gather more information. And hello back from Pennsylvania. Hello from New York. I'm glad you're in the Adam camp. I'm from Samoa. Kat, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Those of you just joining us, you don't want to scroll off. You're not going to find anything like this. This is going to be like the coolest thing that you saw this evening. You want to know why? Because it's going to be the coolest thing I've ever seen. Because what we have here is the Mystery Rock. And in just a second, we're going to go over there and we're going to start poking at it. And I'm glad you're here. I'm John Adolphi. This is the Lost World Museum, where we do ask the question, did we come from an ape, alien, or Adam? Ape meaning 3 to 4 million years ago. Homo habilis, Lucy, evolution, you know the story. But there are those who don't think the story's complete, that we got some help about 35,000 years ago and then given a whole bunch of technology about 5,000 years ago and evidence through all those megalithic structures throughout the world, and also stories of visitors from the sky. Were they legends? Were they true? There's an alien theory out there that says, well, we believe in evolution, but we believe we got a little helping hand along the way. And then there are those that believe the story of Adam and Eve. Yeah, I'm talking about genius giants that lived 6,000 to 10,000 years ago, and a cataclysmic worldwide flood wiped out the earth, reset the entire thing. 8 people survived, and the entire population began again 4,500 years ago today. And all the fossils that we see were formed during that 371-day intensive geological period of Earth's history. There you have it. Which one is it? So, okay, you guys are awesome. You guys are here. Thank you for being here. Let's get started, okay? What I have in back of here lies probably all 3. Is that what you're saying? All 3 are lies? Because what we do is we explore all 3. We present evidence and we're biased. Sure, we all are. There's nothing wrong with that. And by the way, anyone who doesn't agree with us or whatever, you're still welcome here. I don't care. I'm glad you're here. Okay, let's see what you're hiding. All right, hold on. Right here we've got the Mystery Rock, and we'll skip down there in just 1 second. Let me give you a little brief overview. This rock was just sitting in our museum for 12 years. It was donated to us in 2009. In 2020, we did a video on it. Matter of fact, it was right outside this my office. I had it outside for a while, and I put my foot on it, and everyone said how ugly my foot looked, but they also were interested in the stone. Didn't think too much about it. It got quite a few views. And then we decided to do a few things with it. And one thing just led into the other. Some people are accusing us of milking it. Sure, okay, why not? But here's the thing. The people out there love this, and they love a mystery. And I love a mystery too. Not only that, but I'm learning geology. I'm not a geologist. I'm just like you. I'm just a person off the street that probably read too much. Here's the thing though. Yes, we do sell the shirt. It's in our store. So lostworldstore.com. So by the way, we don't sell this version yet, but we will be soon. There are other versions in the store. By the way, I don't like to talk about merchandise, but I do got to tell you, we've got one similar to this. It's going to be in pink and cut for a woman, and it's going to be in darker pink. We have a prototype coming. I should get it within a week, and my wife wants it. If it's decent, I'll show it to you guys. If you think it's cool, then I'll sell it. Okay. Was found in Harlan County. That's right. That's your neck of the woods. In Cranks Creek. Found in Cranks Creek in Harlan County, Kentucky. And it was first spotted back in the 1970s. And the guy, Jerry, who saw it as a kid, saw it again a quarter mile down Cranks Creek, and it had moved from 30 years before, and he went and just snagged it. 2007, he grabbed it. He heard about our museum in 2009. We were doing this whole thing on chupacabra. It's a long story. And so we popped up in this process in the national news. He contacted us and said, would you like this foot in rock? He thinks it's a foot. I said, sure. So I had a friend bring it up. It's been sitting in our museum. It's very heavy. It's hard to move. We weren't too sure what to do with it. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you think my shirt is sick. Now that's probably young people talk for saying things like, that's boss. That's dope. Why didn't I choose Adam? Back in 1984, I was walking on the ship in San Diego while I was in the Navy, and a question came to my mind out of the blue. Is it apes or is it Adam? Actually, it wasn't framed like that, but I thought about it for a few seconds, and I realized that if I choose the ape direction, it's really a dead end. There's no like hope. It sounds very, I know, people may disagree, and that's okay. You can make anything out of anything, but you're talking about somebody who didn't have an agenda. I didn't have an edge. I didn't have anybody to prove. Nobody was talking to me about this. It just came out of the blue. And I came to the conclusion that it had to be the atom theory, which was weird because I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't in the market. And so then I started exploring it, and here we are today. Why do hawks have those craters? You talking about the moon or this? There is no purpose with evolution. Exactly. And I'm serious. I don't mean that. And I'm not like trying to wave a flag like, some of these people do. It's not about that. It's about when I looked at it as unbiasedly and objectively as possible, because I did not stand in the Adam camp when I was looking at it. I was in the agnostic camp, living my life camp, enjoying my life while I was in the Navy in San Diego. Come on, best weather in the world. Bam! And then this equation came to my mind. I had to answer it because integrity demanded that I have an answer. So I explored it. It didn't take long to explore. When you go down the evolution hallway, it's not about truth. It's about where it leads, what it is, what it represents. It's a dead end, folks. But I don't want to start proselytizing, okay? We got mystery rock in back of us. Let's get going. All right, I'm going to switch this around so you guys can see the mystery rock, and we're going to start experimenting on it. While we do, we're going to be filming for TikTok, so understand, and here's what we're going to do first. We are going to turn off the lights, and we're going to turn on the black light first. So let me go ahead and pop this up here so you guys can see. All right, and then let me go ahead and, sorry about the jiggling and wiggling and stuff. It'll be over with in just a second. There we go. All right. This right here is a black light. It's very powerful. I think it's dark enough to do this in here. If not, we'll come back to it. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to put a black light on this, and we're going to see. By the way, I'm going to take the rubber footprint thing off. This is something that we did 3 weeks ago, just to see what the depression looks like. And it sure does look like a footprint, more so even than the rock print itself, unless you stick your foot in it like I did mine, and it fits it perfectly. Okay, here we go. So we've got the rock here, we've got the black light, and because he stared at it, the owner Jerry stared at it for 2 years, And it does look like a footprint, quite honestly. I'll show you a close-up in just a second. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this on. They say I'm not supposed to look directly into it, but I'll let you look into it. All right, we're looking at the mystery rock, and we're going to see whether or not there's anything that this reacts to with the black light. If it glows or anything, I'm not seeing too much that looks like it's unusual or unnatural. Just look like a black light on rock. I don't see anything particularly glowing that would, well, we got a couple little things there. Well, I don't know what those are. All right, so we're putting a black light on it just to see what exactly. I'll show you the baby foot. There is a baby foot supposedly on this. All right, I don't know if there's anything remarkable about the black light on this. So there's the baby foot right here. I don't know if you can see the itty bitty toes right there. It's a possible small person's footprint in stone, along with the large person's footprint in stone right over here. So, okay, that black light was not really that impressive. Let's move on to the next thing. And let me go ahead and turn the lights on because we don't need to have it dark in here while we're doing the next thing. Matter of fact, we want light. So I'm going to set that down. We're going to go turn ourselves on the light, and then we're going to go and do some scratching and sulfuric acid. All right. Our next experiment is going to be, and by the way, for those of you who enjoy this, I'm going to share this with you right now, which is the hammer and the hollow sound. It's more novel than anything else. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do the next thing. I think what we'll do next is this. This is going to be the most dangerous. So this is hydrochloric acid, and we're going to put a drop on the rock, and then we're going to watch and see how it reacts. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. Yeah, the moon is hollow. It rang for 3 hours one of the times that they slammed the lunar module back into it. All right, guys, so let's do this. If it fizzes, that tells us one thing. If it doesn't fizz, it tells us something else. Now, I'm not an expert, so I don't know exactly what it's telling us just yet, but here we go. This is hydrochloric acid, and we're going to do the acid test on the mystery rock, okay? All right, here we go. And there's no reaction. All right, that tells us something about the makeup of the rock. When there's no reaction, I'm just not an expert on geology, so I'm going to have to look that up and see what that tells us. Wow, that was interesting. Okay. So the hydrochloric acid test is no fizz. No fizz. Okay. Next is going to be the hardness test. Here we go. This is what they call the Mohs scale. And the Mohs scale, well, let me put this down so I'm not shaking you guys all over the place. The Mohs scale, or Mohs, I should say, Mohs scale, M-O-H-S, tells us how hard the surface of the rock is. Diamond is 10. Talc is 2. Okay? So you get an idea. I've only got 5 of them here, so they say to start at the top. So I've never done this before. All I know is that looks like kind of like a ruby, and that's a number 9. Okay? So this is like just before diamond. Diamond is 10. So this is going to prove whether if it scratches it, then it's a 9 or greater. If it doesn't scratch it, then we keep going down the list until we find one that does. That will tell us something. All right, sorry to see you go. We'll take care. We'll see you next time. All right, you ready, guys? Ready? Let me go ahead and bring this down just a little bit. I want you to get as close up as possible when we're doing this. Let me turn on a light. We'll get some light on the subject. All right, here we go. So we're taking the number 9 and we're trying to scratch this rock with it. Okay. Got to do it like about pencil, like if you're going to write it with a pencil. Okay, let's go and we're going to take 8. This is number 8. Leaves a little scratch, but it doesn't actually leave a mark. Okay, so next we're going to go to 7. Maybe, I don't know. That one I'm not too sure about. Let's try 6. I bet you this is where it Yep, that is. Okay, so we know it's somewhere between a 6 and let's try 7 again. Let's try 7. Is this 7? Yeah. Yeah, you see the difference between the two? So somewhere, this is between a 6 and a 7 in hardness. All right, just cut it. Not that simple, my friends. You don't want to cut something like this. That's the problem. All right, so we've done a couple of experiments. I like what we've seen so far. So far, we found out that it does not react to hydrochloric acid. We just put a few drops on it. We found out from the Mohs scale that this is somewhere between a 6 and a 7 in hardness. And I'm going to take all this information and I'm going to find out from geologists or online at first. I'll look online and then we'll go from there. All right. You guys ready? This is what you guys have been waiting for. What we're going to do is we're going to take that hole right there and we're going to expand it larger, okay? So that's what we plan on doing next. We're going to make that hole quite much more larger than it was before, all right? Because I got to video some of this, you'll have to forgive me here. All right. All right, I think we did it. Oh, man. All right, what's next is this. All right, so. Sorry if I don't get to your questions, because it's kind of hard to coordinate this, but we'll get there, okay? So I'm going to drop you down just a little bit so you can see the TV camera, and I'm going to take this and kind of put it out of the... I think I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to... Just a second, guys. I just got to get set up here, and then we're going to take the endoscope and go down into the hole right here. Okay, so that's a 1/2 inch hole, and this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is an endoscope. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, so what we have here is a 5mm camera in HD that has a LED light on it, and we're going to send it down into this hole right here. Okay, so we're going to go down there with this, and you'll be able to see, you're going to be able to see what's going on right there. Okay, so check it out. See, you're going to be able to see what's going on. All right, you ready to go down? Let's go down inside the mystery rock and see what we can see inside the mystery rock. Here we go. I'm going to just straighten this out just a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's so much better than the first time. Well, it shows you it's not hollow. Are we down at the bottom already? Hold on one second. There we go. Oh, now we're at the bottom. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the side camera. I'm going to turn the side camera on. That's the side camera. Let me see if we can get it away from the wall some. I don't know if the side camera, yeah, that's the side of the, hold on, let me see where it is so that we can, okay, there we go. Yeah, it's got to be a little bit further away in order to get a sharp picture, but that's about as sharp as we're going to get. But that's the side of the wall all the way down. And again, let's go ahead and let's go back to coming out of this. And you're going to be able to see the actual HD footage when we put a clip of it in our upcoming video. That is really, really cool. That, my friends, is the Mystery Rock 1/2 inch hole. I'd like to do a 5/8 on this bad boy. Is that cool or what? So now you got a chance to see inside. It's not hollow. We've tested it with hydrochloric acid, and let's go down one more time, and then we're gonna wrap some things up here, and there you go, all the way down to the bottom. Boom! And now we're gonna go back up. It is not hollow. It's very solid, but that doesn't mean that it's not, dense. I don't know. It weighs 289 pounds, guys and gals. There you go. There you have it. And that, my friends, is the Mystery Rock drill hole that we just drilled just now. Oh, man, that was wild. Well, that's about it for today. That's what we had for today. We wanted to see what was going on inside of it. Now, I'm going to shoot the video, and I'll... in some of this I'll be recreating, but I'll report on it all, and I'll be in a 40-second video, so that was boring. Don't worry. You think it's sandstone? It might be. So, there you go. Now, before we depart here, I'm going to tell you, I've got a couple of cool things let me go ahead. Mate, I was just starting to watch it. Don't worry. You're going to be able to watch this entire program on YouTube. I'll be uploading this later tonight. So if you want to go over there and get, signed up for it, you'll be alerted when this is uploaded. I'll also be doing some miniature ones here on TikTok. Go to lostworldyoutube.com or just go to YouTube and there you go. Okay, we've got some other videos there that we don't have on TikTok, longer ones. So if you're interested in this kind of thing and you want to see a longer version, there you have it. What a colossal waste of space. Very good. We got critics out there. I was expecting something. No money. Don't worry. When I sum it up in the video, I think you'll find it a little more entertaining. It'll only be 40 seconds instead of 10, 12 minutes. Also, too, we're going to be contacting geologists and let them look at our information and see if we can't, once and for all, find out what kind of rock it is and let an evolutionary geologist date it for us, okay? And I think that's going to be about it on this. So, I hope you enjoyed it at least a little bit. And if not, if it was a colossal waste of time, I'm sorry. But we've got almost 400 videos that are not a waste of time on TikTok and about 20 videos on YouTube that are, several of the latter ones are different. You can go over there and sign up for it. And what you'll do is get alerted whenever we do a YouTube video, which we're starting to do more and more. So rock dating. Yep. Things do take time. Matter of fact, this wasn't just like trying to milk it. Of course, we would be happy to do that. But it's like you peel an onion. You don't know what you got until after you peel it. Then you get an idea. And then you guys out there gave me ideas as far as spritzing water on it one time and drilling it. That I came up with. You guys wanted me to cut it open, but I didn't want to do that. So get a real geologist. Absolutely. But until then, we're just a room full of people that are just having a good time. That's all. Thermal test the rock. I want to get a thermal camera. So... all right, guys, watch for a video later tonight. I've got a video that is called The Copper Scorpion, and it's coming out here very shortly. I'd say within the hour you will see it. And those of you that want to get on our newsletter, we just sent it out Monday, and there's 900 and whatever people on there. Just go to museumalerts.com, okay? All right, you guys are awesome. Hit the plus sign if you guys want to be alerted or have us show up in your For You page, because that's what really happens. Unfortunately, it doesn't alert you, but we're going to be doing something with Telegram very shortly so that we can let you know our every move, and you are there whether you think we're boring or not. We're going to do that. So you guys are awesome. Did you talk about the rock and its significance? The significance about the rock, and I'll backtrack just a little bit, is that it looks like there is a footprint in stone. That's before we started tapping on it. Then it sounded hollow. We weighed it on this bad boy over here, 131 kilograms, which is 289 pounds. And then this, let me show you the footprint, okay? Let's explore that before we go, so that you guys can understand what precipitated this whole thing. This right here is the footprint in stone, or allegedly. The heel is right here, okay? The big toe is right here. Let me see if I can get you some shots here where you can see it. So my foot fits in there perfectly, ironically enough. And, it's possible that it's not, that this is just plain erosion. And this is just erosion. And it just so happens that this is erosion. It all looks like a foot. So what we did was I contacted someone who knows way more than this, more than I do. And I decided to make a mold. Now, where did I put my little rubber foot? I decided to take a mold. So what we did, and this is on YouTube, by the way, this entire procedure. We coated this with latex. And then we put nylon, like pantyhose. And then coated it some more and then filled it up right here. And you guys can see us taking this actually off for the first time on YouTube. Just go to lostworldyoutube.com. And while you're there, subscribe, because you're going to get alerted when we go live on YouTube eventually, and also when we put up a new video. And this entire presentation is going to be on there. So there you have it. And here's what we found. We found something that looks awfully much like a footprint. And that's what intrigued everybody. And it looked more and more like a footprint as we were exploring this. And that big toe up there, you can't see it as much. There we go. So if that is a footprint in stone, and that stone by evolutionary timetable is millions and millions of years old, we got a problem. Because there were no people in Harlan County, according to evolutionists, until about 15,000 years ago. So 15,000 years ago is the only time anybody could have done this. And if this is 2-3 million years old or something like that, and that's when this rock was formed, then we got a problem. Unless, of course, this was formed during the worldwide flood, yeah, and the rock was soft, and there were humans back then, before and after the flood. So, you know, it's about worldview, and it's about the evolution-creation debate. It continues to fester in this society of ours. In the United States alone, more than 73% of all people believe in some form of intelligent design. 40% believe we came from Adam and Eve, the real deal. Scientists are really unnerved about it. They don't like the fact that that still persists in the United States and feels that we're doing ourselves a disservice. Let me tell you this. You can believe in creationism or the atom theory and still invent the microwave oven. You can, matter of fact, there is a brain surgeon that separated Siamese twins that were fused at the brain in the head. He took them, he separated the two that were fused at the head. I understand it took like a couple of days he was up doing it. So I don't know why it's hollow. I don't want to use a saw. And if I do, I'm going to have to probably use some kind of diamond saw or whatever. Yes, you're right. It shows anti-intellectualism. And it's funny, too, because most of the time the critics of the atom theory are intellectualists. You're absolutely right. But they're a minority. But they're smart. That's just the way it is. Show me the foot. Okay. I'll show you the rubber foot. I aim to please, folks. That's the rubber foot. And that, again, my friends, is the real foot, or what is alleged the footprint in stone. All right, like I say, push the plus sign if you guys want us to show up in your For You page. And go to YouTube, support it. Get ready for some videos. This entire presentation will be on YouTube by tomorrow. And I'll be doing a short clips of this and put this up sometime tomorrow. But